From the Watergate Building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors Chuck Todd and John Mercurio.
Hi everybody, it's Hotline TV and I'm John Mercurio.
And I'm Chuck Todd. We've talked a lot about the elections this week, but one thing we haven't focused on is the next election,
Indeed.
Mr. Mercurio.
The one that begins today.
That's right.
Or yesterday.
Or the day before that.
Whatever.
Look,
or right now.
a lot of these 2008ers, potential guys, they were stumping all over the country. The Democrats and the Republicans, they were all over the place. Obviously, Democrats had a great night, so the 2008 Democrats looked like they had a great night. Who had the better? Who looks at the 2006 elections on the Democratic side for the president and says, "Huh, that makes me feel good"?
A lot of candidates who campaigned with Barack Obama have got to be excited about him going into this. Look, he had a great October. He had a great November 7th.
Harold Ford winning or losing, good or bad for him, though?
The Harold Ford race was so isolated and specific, I think, to Tennessee. I don't think
Deval Patrick getting elected is actually better, isn't it?
I guess if you want to just look at it in that sort of isolated, way, but no,
Just
I don't
the
think
more
either
African
of those-
American leaders getting elected statewide all over the country opens people's
But I think
minds.
the appeal of Barack Obama is that people, I think people are colorblind to Barack Obama, Chuck Todd, honestly. No, I mean, I really do think that he campaigned for Harold Ford and it helped him, broaden his African American appeal. And yeah, he campaigned for Ben Cardin in Maryland because he was competing against a black Senate Republican. And for Deval Patrick, but I think the fact that he also campaigned for Tammy Duckworth, and he campaigned for Chet Culver, and he campaigned for congressional.
He had a lot of chits. We kept track.
He showed that he can go beyond those.
And he went
black
anywhere.
Candidates.
He went everywhere. And what's interesting is we kept a list of where they all stumped. Only John Kerry stumped for more candidates than Barack Obama, and now John Kerry's the nominee of the party. In some ways, he was Mr. Fundraiser, so he was brought to a lot of races for obvious reason.
Sure.
Barack Obama, the second most, and boy, he did it under the radar really until we were paying attention in October. It was a fascinating thing. Republican side, obviously nobody had a good night. Okay, so it's hard to say who benefited the most from 06, but I'm going to venture to say that in an odd way, John McCain benefits the most.
I agree with you
because everybody went down right. And what does the Republican Party need? Somebody who appeals to independents.
Right, and I think the way that he's come out, and I've seen a lot of his TV over the past couple of days since the election, and the way that he is sort of owning up to the defeat, acknowledging or trying at least to interpret the message of the voters in a way that it tries to sort of be forward-looking for Republicans, acknowledging the flaws, acknowledging the shortcomings, and saying this is how we move forward, as opposed to saying, oh, Democrats didn't win, Republicans lost, and trying to sort of package it in this sort of semantics, I think helps him in the way that it.
Well, and he campaigned
has.
for a lot of these guys all over the country, and they, he's not getting the blame. It's not like he dragged them down.
Charlie Crist on election eve, and Charlie Crist won, and that was a perfect symbol of how I think some Republicans sort of are moving beyond the Bush Republicanism to this sort of McCain.
Before we leave this topic, Hillary Clinton, help or hurt by Speaker Nancy Pelosi?
Hurt.
Great.
At least in the short term, we'll see.
A couple ways she's hurt. Overshadowed, number one.
Yeah.
Suddenly she's not the big woman on campus. But I think number two, is the country ready for double breaking of the glass ceiling?
We'll see. I'm interested to hear more about the new force. The new force that America is ready for.
They're ready for a new force.
Yes, there was a new
Thank
direction,
you, Obi.
and now apparently there's also a new force.
Thank you, Obi-Wan.
Thank you, Obi-Wan Clintonian. Well, there you have it, the inside scoop. We will see who pulls it out. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in today.
For John Mercurio, I'll be Chuck Todd.
And I will be Chuck Todd for John Mercurio.
You stay classy, Washington, D.C.
We'll see you tomorrow or whenever on Hotline TV.